You know, every restaurant is a buffet if you want to pay, especially here in Las Vegas, the all-you-can-eat capital of the world. Hello friends, it's me, Shin, and I'm on a quest to vlog every restaurant on the Las Vegas Strip as well as downtown on Fremont Street. I'm 223 in, and this week for number 224, I'm coming to you from downtown here at Binion's, where I'm going to be showing you Whiskey Licker Up Saloon. Really happy to have you along. I'll see you inside. All right, everyone, and here we are seated at the Whiskey Licker Up Saloon. Now, I was unaware of this place's existence, but it's really cool up here. Located right on the Fremont Street experience, you have bar seating, giving you a clear view of the entire street. They definitely do have the saloon theme going, and I do like the fact that they're a scratch-made kitchen. I am seeing a lot of smiling, happy faces, and it's very nice in here, some great vibes. Now, regardless of the vibes, you know, it's all about the food for me, so let's take a look at what they have to eat on the menu. So here is your menu at Whiskey Licker Up Saloon. Let's take a look inside. There, if you want to take a quick peek at the sayings there. All right, so we have the beer menu first. Let me see if I can get you out of the shadows. Is this any better? Well, feel free to take a pause in the video if you'd like to take a closer look at these drinks. Looks like about $7 to $10 a beer. Got some $18 cocktails here. Looking pretty good. And some $25 old fashions, $21 old fashions as well. All right, here are some alternative beverages. We've got the Red Bulls, High Noons, White Claws, and the like. And some wine here as well. And they serve Coca-Cola products. Let's take a look at what they have to eat. That's what I'm interested in. Shareable bites, wagon wheel for two. Oh, okay, that looks like it would make it very easy to take a look at what they have here. Pizza frita, that sounds interesting. What else do we have here? Ceviche stuffed avocado. Okay, so some really cool looking appetizers. A lot more elevated than I was expecting to see, but this looks really cool. We have some hand-formed burgers here. All looking really good. Whiskey classic bacon cheeseburger. That sounds right up my alley. They also do tavern-style thin crust pizzas. Looks like they also make strombolis, as well as what's called the Whiskey Licker White. Very nice. We have some salad options here. I don't typically get salad on the channel, but you know, to me it might be a different day. House-made sandwiches. Oh, they've got po' boys, Korean barbecue sandwiches. What? Grilled chicken. Okay, so this is much more than just a your normal kind of bar food, I suppose. We also have some sweet endings here. A couple of desserts for you. And anything on the back? Okay, so a nice large selection of whiskey and bourbon. I imagine given a name like Whiskey Licker Up, you're going to want a rather large list. And there is your menu at the Whiskey Licker Up Saloon. Now that's a really good looking menu here with the Whiskey Licker Up Saloon, and a lot I'm looking forward to trying today, and you know how it goes in my videos. Every restaurant is a buffet if you're willing to pay. I'm gonna get a nice variety together. We're gonna see what Whiskey Licker Up Saloon is all about. Appetizers are coming up first. I'll see you in a little bit when they arrive. And welcome back, everyone. Now my appetizers just got here. This is actually looking really good. Let me give you a view. I got the sampler for two with their whiskey barbecue wings, as well as their standard cheeseburger, their chicken tenders, as well as their ceviche avocado. This is looking really tasty. Let's give them a try. First off, the slip and sliders. A pretty good looking slider here. I'm liking the color of the sauce and a nicely toasted looking top bun. Let's see how it tastes. Oh yeah, that's good. Very solid slider here at Whiskey Licker Up. This is all working well. Very nice soft potato bun, a slightly buttery flavor to it, nicely toasted for a little bit of crunch, but a very soft and pillowy center. I like the bread here a lot. The burger patty is actually really good. Nicely formed burger patty, cooked medium well, with a nice crust formed on the outside. It's been well seasoned, a good tasting beef. I like the burger patty a lot. They're using a white cheddar or a white American, and while I get a bit of its richness, I don't get a lot of its salinity. A very mild cheese, whatever they're using here. I do like the burger sauce, very much like a Thousand Island. It's sweet, a little bit tangy, very creamy and rich, and it brings the whole burger together. A very tasty first bite. A very good start to Whiskey Licker Up. Next up, the chicken wings. We got these coated in their whiskey barbecue sauce. It smells pretty good. Let's see how it tastes. it's pretty good. I'm definitely a fan of these wings. Starting with the cook, while I wouldn't say the most crispy on the outside, they're certainly tender and juicy on the inside. Not a dry chicken wing by any means, so I can appreciate the fry job here. A nicely seasoned chicken also. The meat itself is not bland. I like that. The barbecue sauce is not what I was initially expecting. You definitely get the whiskey influence. It's a little bit bitter up front. There's a bit of a smokiness to it, almost like a roasted chipotle pepper, but it does give way to a nice sweetness toward the end. And while personally I wish there was a little bit more tang in the sauce, I actually do like the flavor profile overall. There's a nice chicken wing here. That's another good recipe. Next up, the onion rings. So obviously made from scratch. Loving the look of this. Let's see how it tastes though. Oh yeah, that's good. Very tasty onion ring at Whiskey Licker Up. Love the batter. Using a panko breadcrumb, they've achieved a very light, airy fry, leading to a very satisfying crunch. It's well seasoned, there's some good flavor in the batter here, but not so salty that it's not enjoyable. I actually really like the level of seasoning. You can actually get the sweetness of the onion inside, which is oftentimes lost when it comes to prepackaged and frozen onion rings. Having the dichotomy of flavors is really, really nice here. Super crunchy on the outside, soft, sweet onions on the inside. This is a match made in heaven for me. A really solid onion ring right there. Next up, the house-made potato chips. Nice color to these chips, and they feel excellent. Let's give them a try. Oh yeah, that's good. I'm definitely a fan of the chips here at the Whiskey Licker Up. I'm enjoying these very much. Cut paper thin. I love the fry job on these. Very satisfying crisp. I've gone in on several chips and I haven't had a stale one yet. Loving the cook on all of these kettle chips. A very tasty seasoning blend has been applied here. It's quite smoky, very savory. I do think there's potentially some MSG here, really livening up your taste buds. But there's also something a little bit sweet on the back end as well. Just a hint of sugar might be in the recipe. I like that too. Similar to the whiskey barbecue sauce, it starts off a little bit more in the savory notes, but ends sweet. The fact that you can still find depth and complexity in a kettle chip is quite nice here. So far, the scratch-made food is working well for me, and I'm very happy with those chips. Next up, the chicken tenders. Scratch-made chicken tenders is something I love. I spent an entire summer trying various chicken tender recipes. I'm curious how it tastes. We'll give it a dip, and let's give it a try. Oh yeah, that's really good. Excellent chicken tenders here at the Whiskey Licker Up. I'm truly satisfied with this particular recipe. Obviously hand dipped. You can tell by the way that the batter adheres to the chicken, also given this particular crisp, and so I know that this was scratch made. The chicken inside is quite tender. Maybe not the juiciest chicken I've had, but it is well seasoned, not a bland chicken. That does taste great. The real flavor lies in the seasoning and the breading. While some of it is subtle, if you're looking for it, it's really, really good. A little bit of garlic, onion, salt and pepper made their way here, but there's a little bit more of a white pepper note as well. I wouldn't be surprised if that's a part of the mix. A little bit smoky and savory in the beginning, but eventually leading way to the natural flavors of the chicken. This is actually very good. Very happy with those chicken tenders. These are awesome. All right, everyone. Now the last bite to try for my appetizer round is going to be their ceviche stuffed avocado. This is a very bright and aromatic dish. I've topped my tortilla chip here with all the ingredients. Let's give it a try. I'm enjoying this recipe. Starting with the tortilla chips, even these are made in-house. These were obviously fried today. I love the fresh crisp here. You can still get their corn flavor. They've been well seasoned. I like the chips a lot. Now the ceviche on top is very nice. The shrimp are succulent, not all too chewy, but that's just the beginning of the flavors. A nice creamy richness is coming from the avocado, but it's really the rest of the ceviche that's shining here. A beautiful acidity, a nice amount of lime juice has been applied. A tahini-like spice mix here is working well, delivering some good kick to the recipe. The cilantro provides a nice freshness, and a nice natural sweetness coming from the tomatoes, as well as a bit of bite from the onion and that pico de gallo. Slightly spicy, slightly sour, a little bit acidic, along with some very nice crisp. All this is working together joyously, and I'm happy with that recipe. That's a good one. All right, my friends, so that's all of the appetizers I'm trying today. I'm joined by my buddy, and we're going to continue working through this, and we'll do our first round of entrees. Don't worry, I'll be right back. And welcome back, everyone. Now, my first round of entrees just got here. This looking so good. Let me give it a view. I got the whiskey white stromboli, as well as their butcher pizza, the Korean barbecue chicken sandwich, pulled pork po' boy, as well as their patty melt. Some really tasty looking dishes here, let's go in. First off, the Whiskey Licker Up Stromboli. Very nice looking stromboli here. We'll give it a dip into the accompanying marinara sauce. Let's give it a bite. Oh yeah, that's good. A very tasty recipe. Wow, I like this stromboli a lot. Starting with the crust, so incredibly buttery. Very flaky in texture, but it tastes super rich. A little bit of that Parmesan cheese also providing some salinity, and there's some really nice garlicky notes here. The stromboli crust on its own is already incredibly flavorful. The filling isn't bad either. Lots of mozzarella cheese provides a melty richness, and a seasoned chicken is actually quite good as well. Not bland, a nice tender chew to it. I do like the chicken, and that all just tastes great. There's a white garlic butter sauce in here that's really providing most of the ample flavors. A nice floral pungent garlic taste is permeated all throughout the bite, and you do get a little bit of bite coming from some onions as well. The marinara sauce here is quite good. It's a savory marinara sauce, quite thick, with a bit more of a chunky rustic preparation. Overall, this is just very enjoyable. A nice stromboli recipe right there. Next up, the butcher pizza. Really good looking tavern pizza here. Nice little thin crust with a lot of meat and cheese. Let's give it a taste. Oh yeah, that's good. I'm very happy with the pizza here at the Whiskey Licker Up. This is what a tavern pizza should be. Nice, crispy, thin crust with a very toasty underbottom. The texture of the crisp is nice, but a little bit of a chewy, doughy center as well. You can also taste a nicely developed yeasty flavor. I do really like the tavern style crust here. I like the pizza sauce. It's the same dipping sauce that we had for the stromboli. A nice rustic preparation, still a little bit chunky here, but it has been cooked down due to the time in the oven, reducing and leaving a little bit more of a savory flavor. I do like the cheese. It's incredibly melty and rich, and there's such a plethora of meat on top of this. The name butcher isn't just for show. You have sausage, ham, bacon, pepperoni, all of them providing some nice meaty flavors as well as a lot of extra salinity. It's satisfying to eat, plenty of protein here, and it all tastes great. I'm very happy with the butcher pizza. That's a good one. Next up, the barbecue pulled pork po' boy. This is absolutely massive. It's quite unwieldy, hard to hold in my hands. I did have it cut in half though to share with my buddy. Let's see how this is. Oh yeah, that's tasty. Another winner here. I'm enjoying these flavors. Now, a pretty standard store-bought hoagie roll here. It has been nicely toasted in the center, but I would say it has a very neutral flavor. It is soft, and it is holding the sandwich together despite all of that heavy mass inside. So I'd say it's doing its job pretty well. The pulled pork here is actually quite good. I will say it's a little bit on the chewy side. Personally, I wouldn't mind if this was a little bit more tender, but that same smoky barbecue sauce is being applied here, and I liked it all the way from the appetizers till now. A much more savory sauce than it is sweet. Some good woody, smoky elements as well. And there's plenty of pulled pork in the sandwich. They certainly haven't skimped on the meat. I like that just fine. You have crispy fried onion strings in here, providing some nice crisp. I wouldn't necessarily say you can make out the sweetness of the onions themselves, but that extra texture is nice given that both the bread as well as the meat are quite soft. The pickled onions are a nice touch, the tang certainly helping to cut through a lot of the richness and that smoky, savory flavor of the pork in the sandwich, bringing a little bit of complexity as well as overall balance. It's a pretty standard recipe, but it has been executed well. That's a good sandwich. So far, so good. I'm actually very impressed with Whiskey Licker Up. This has been great. Next up, the patty melt. Those of you who watch the channel long enough know that I love patty melts, and they've gone with sourdough here, which I'm a fan of. This looks pretty good. Let's give it a bite. Oh yeah, that's good. While a lot of the other recipes have been elevated, I think this is a bit more of a classic and standard preparation, and I'm very happy with the execution. The burger patty here is equally as good as the burger patty we had earlier in the slider. A nice crust formed on the outside, it's been well seasoned, cooked medium well. Maybe not as juicy as the slider I had before, but still a good tender burger. I like that just fine. Nice caramelized sweetness coming from those onions. Although I think personally I wouldn't mind if those were cooked down just a little bit more to bring out a bit more of that browning. It still works well here. I love the Russian dressing that's been applied. A nice tangy, creamy richness coming from that. A nice Swiss cheese here provides a mild richness as well. It's a classic recipe, but I do like how it's presented and put together. A perfectly fine patty melt here. And it's already a sandwich that I love, so I'm happy with this one. Next up, the French fries. I believe you have 3 different choices for sides here. French fries, coleslaw, or potato chips. We already had the potato chips in the appetizer round. So I'm definitely looking forward to trying the fries. Let's see how they are. Oh yeah, that's good. I'm very happy with the French fries. Those of you who watch the channel long enough know that I'm a huge fan of ultra crispy French fries, and I would not say that these are the crispiest, but I'm still finding them quite satisfying. Obviously hand cut, skin on for a rustic preparation, and fried well. Still a nice pillowy center to these French fries. I can really appreciate the cook on these. Seasoned simply but generously, a nice salt and pepper mix here, really allowing you to appreciate the flavors of the potato. This is about as good as a French fry is gonna be made from scratch, and I'm liking those just fine. Next up, the Korean barbecue chicken sandwich. Now this was recommended to me by my server. She said it was her favorite, and being Korean, I don't think I could not get this. Overall, looks pretty good. Let's give it a shot. Oh yeah, that's good. Another solid recipe here at the Whiskey Licker Up. I'm quite happy with this one as well. A soft potato bun is being used, toasted in the center, slightly buttered, and a bit of a doughy center. It is a little bit floppy on the underside. It got a little soggy. So texture-wise, that left a bit to be desired, but overall, I still think it's doing fine. The chicken is actually cooked quite well. It's still quite tender, relatively juicy. The chicken here is doing just fine. There is a nice Korean-based sauce that's been applied. You can tell that it's gochujang-based. It's spicy, quite garlicky as well, with a little bit of a pungent fermented note to it. And being that it's from my own heritage, I like those flavors a lot. They're also using something like a kimchi slaw here, and that nice fermented tangy flavor is working well with the gochujang-based sauce. It is on the spicy side though, certainly not a mild dish, and the kimchi itself does have a nice crunch to it. That cabbage still has a very healthy crisp. The fried onion straws here are nice, some additional texture as well as a bit of a nutty flavor. Just like the barbecue pork sandwich earlier, I can't necessarily say that I make out the flavors of the onions in here, but the extra texture is quite nice. A layer of cheese does provide some richness, although the flavors are certainly missing. You can't really make them out distinctly in the middle of your bite, but I don't really think that's the point. You really get to appreciate a lot of the Korean influence here. Works perfectly well for me. That's a nice chicken sandwich. Alright my friends, now the last bite to try from this first round of entrees is going to be the other side that I got for this Korean fried chicken. That's going to be their coleslaw. Actually a pretty good looking coleslaw here. Got a nice little forkful. Let's give it a taste. Can't say I'm the biggest fan of that, unfortunately. I've tried a lot of coleslaws in my years doing YouTube. Unfortunately, I can't say this is my favorite. I will start with the good. The produce here is quite fresh. A nice healthy crunch from that cabbage, and you can certainly make out the natural sweetness of the carrots. You can make out some bite from that red onion. All the produce is fine. Unfortunately, that means that the dressing is not all up to par. I find it quite bland. While it is relatively rich, the mayonnaise flavor is a little bit too straightforward. This particular dressing needs a lot more salt and pepper, and especially sugar. I think the vinegar content is also a little bit low. I'd like a little bit more tang here. I'd say in general, the dressing is just disappointing. Definitely not my favorite coleslaw, but with everything else being so impressive here, I suppose one little slip up ain't all that bad. Alright everyone, so that's all of the food I'm trying from my first round of entrees. A few more bites and we're gonna box this all up to go and do another round of food. Don't go, I'll be right back. And welcome back everyone. Now my last round of entrees just got here. This is looking pretty good. Let me give you a view. I got their saloon salad with a white balsamic dressing along with some salmon, their southwestern salad with grilled chicken, the whiskey classic burger with an impossible patty, as well as Nona's Gardens pizza. Some tasty options here. Let's give them a try. First off, the saloon salad. A very classic salad, and I got this with their white balsamic dressing as well as some salmon. Let's give it a try. Oh yeah, that's pretty good. Solid salad here at the Whiskey Licker Up Saloon. All of the elements work fine for me. A nice fresh romaine lettuce here has a healthy crisp to it. The grape tomatoes have a good sweetness to them, as well as a natural sweetness coming from some shredded carrots. A slightly bitter flavor from those radishes, and a nice freshness from the cucumbers. House-made baked garlic croutons are working well, nice and crunchy, as well as a nice garlicky flavor. And the salmon is actually quite good too. While it is slightly on the dry side, it's still relatively flaky and does have a good mild flavor. Slightly blackened, a bit of a smoky flavor to it. The salmon is doing just fine. The white balsamic dressing is also very nice. Personally, given the balsamic nature, I thought it was going to be a little bit more tangy, but it's a little bit more milder in flavor than I was expecting. And it does make for a light and refreshing bite. A pretty standard but good salad here. Perfectly standard, but still just fine. Next up, southwestern salad with chicken. Along with the cilantro lime dressing, I've got a nice amount of everything on the fork. Let's give it a taste. Oh, you know, I've got some mixed feelings on this one. I'm gonna start with the good. Again, just like the previous salad, all the produce here is quite fresh. The lettuce, the tomato, the cucumbers, the shredded carrots, all of that's just fine. You do get a nice earthiness from the black beans here. They've been cooked well, forked tender and soft, and a nice and satisfying crunch coming from the tortilla strips. Those were definitely made in-house, adding a lot of texture. I like that. Nice and creamy avocado, working well. Again, just in general, the produce here is good. The chicken is also quite decent. While it's a tad on the dry side, it's not super overdone. Still relatively tender, and it has been well seasoned. A little bit of smokiness from those grill marks. The chicken's good. Ultimately, I think my biggest issue is with the cilantro lime dressing today. It has all of the right elements, unfortunately just in the wrong balance for me. It's incredibly sour. I think they went a little heavy-handed with the lime juice. And it's also oddly under-seasoned. The sour taste is actually quite off-putting. While the cilantro is nicely blended and does provide some good flavors, the lime juice is just far too overpowering, making for a really unbalanced bite. This one is definitely leaving me wanting, which is unfortunate because the rest of the elements were actually quite good. Definitely wish that dressing was better. Next up, Nona's Gardens Pizza. A vegetarian pizza with peppers, onions, mushrooms, and olives. I really like the crust and the sauce from before, so I'm pretty sure that the rest of these elements are going to work together well. Let's give it a try. Oh yeah, that's good. I'm very happy with Nona's Garden. This is a good vegetarian pizza. I'm definitely enjoying the yeasty flavors that have developed in the crust. Nice toasty underbottom, perfect textures. A little bit of a chewy center. Big fan of the tavern style crust here at Whiskey Licker Up. The sauce is also quite nice, savory, zesty, slightly rustic with some chunks of tomato as well. Well seasoned, a good garlicky flavor in there. I like that just fine. The cheese is rich, nice and melty. All the standard elements of the pizza are great. The robust vegetable flavor is actually quite nice here. I got some really nice earthiness from that mushroom in my bite, as well as a bit of a briny flavor from the olives, and just a little bit of that sweet heat coming from the peppers. This is about as good of a vegetarian pizza as I've had, and I'm enjoying this a lot. If you're a vegetarian looking for a pizza, I think you're gonna be happy with this one. All right, everyone, now the last bite that I'm trying today from the entrees is gonna be the classic whiskey barbecue bacon cheeseburger along with their Impossible Patty. I guess in retrospect, now that I'm thinking about it, this isn't exactly vegetarian because there's bacon here, but I'm sure you can build your burger in your own way. I'm really just mostly interested in the patty and how it came out. Let's give it a try. Oh yeah, that's good. Very happy with the Impossible Patty today, but let me discuss the rest of the burger first. We're using the same burger buns from before. I'm perfectly happy with that. Nice potato bun here, slightly toasted on the inside with a splatter of butter, a standard preparation, and it's working fine. They're using a yellow cheddar here. It's a little bit more on the sharp side, which I do enjoy. And we still have that same Thousand Island style dressing, although in this particular variation, I'm starting to understand that it's a little bit more peppery than your standard Thousand Island. Loving the caramelized onions in this burger, a nice nutty sweetness there. And the produce is just fine, the lettuce is crisp and fresh, and the tomatoes have been nicely seasoned and delivering a natural sweetness. The Impossible Patty here is so good. Texture-wise, it's emulating meat perfectly. I'm really enjoying that. It does have a nice savory flavor as well. It's been very well seasoned. It does have a nice meaty quality and it tastes great. I'm liking the Impossible Patty a lot. The smoky salinity coming from the bacon is a nice touch, although I don't necessarily think it was needed here. The Impossible Patty is actually providing a lot of flavor on its own. Also, given that the produce has been seasoned, you're really able to make out those nice fresh flavors. Honestly, this is just a very solid vegetarian burger. I say vegetarian burger, I forget that there's cheese and bacon in it, but you kind of get what I'm saying. It's pretty good. All right, everyone, so that's all of the food I'm trying today. My buddy and I are going to take a couple more bites and then box this all up to go, and we'll do some dessert next. Don't go anywhere because sweets are coming up. And welcome back, everyone. Now my food is packed up and good to go, so it's time for some sweets. Let me remind you what they have here for dessert. They have a brownie a la mode, as well as an Old Town mud pie, a caramel turtle pie, and a dessert pizza. Some pretty good looking desserts here. I'm gonna go and get my order in, and for all of you at home, I'm gonna make it appear right now. And here it is, everyone. I got their brownie a la mode. This was recommended to me by my server, and I can see why. It looks absolutely divine. I've got an enormous spoonful here, and I must admit, I am super full, but there's always just a little bit of room for some dessert, right? Let's activate the dessert stomach and give this a try. Oh, that is really good. This is an excellent brownie dessert. Wow. Starting with the brownie itself, you're really looking at something much more like a chocolate molten cake. While it does have a slightly crispy edge to the outside like a brownie, The interior does have a little bit more of a liquidy consistency, very much like a molten lava cake. The chocolatey flavor is so rich and very sweet, but not too bitter or overpowering. It's actually a very balanced sweetness when it comes to the brownie itself, and the textures and consistency just make it super addicting. Now the ice cream on top is also quite nice. The cold and sweet vanilla ice cream is providing a nice balance about the temperature as well as the chocolatey sweetness of the brownie. An additional caramel drizzle is providing some nutty sweetness here. And it is chocolatey, it's decadent, it's extravagant, and it's really enjoyable. That is a super fun dessert. All right, everyone, now that's going to do it for my dinner here at Whiskey Licker Up in downtown Las Vegas. Everything you saw in the video today came out to $305 before tip. And this was our server, Morgan. She was fantastic, absolutely delightful. We really enjoyed her service. Thank you so much, Morgan. I would say that the chicken tenders were my favorite appetizer of the day. And of all my handhelds, I think the Korean barbecue chicken sandwich was my favorite. In general, I think the tavern-style pizzas here are quite good. And that brownie a la mode was a magical way to end the meal. Location-wise, this has to be one of the best available on the Fremont Street experience. Incredible views of the entire street, as well as a lively but low-key sports bar atmosphere. And to top it all off with scratch-made bar food, that was the touch I was really not expecting. I'm incredibly happy with my findings here. I was not expecting so much scratch-made food. It was a really great experience. I enjoyed myself a lot. Now, if you're staying here at the Binion's Gambling Hall, or you're even interested in eating here at the Whiskey Licker Up Saloon, I hope this video has been informative for you. All right, my friends, now that's going to do it for this week's video, where I continue my quest to vlog every restaurant on the Las Vegas Strip, as well as downtown on Fremont Street. Make sure you return next Saturday. I would love to have you as I continue to add to my collection. Thank you so much for watching. Have yourself a fantastic week. I hope you enjoyed Vegas with me, Shin. Bye.